Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. I do though. I know I say that every day, so it doesn't really mean anything. But I really do hope you are doing well. I do. Hope everybody had a great day. Or not the shittiest day they have ever had. If that's as good as we can get today, then we will take it. You know, this day might have sucked, but it wasn't as bad as that other day. We'll take it. We'll take it. Right? Right, Maiko? Maiko, are you able to clap right now? I need to know. I know. I just need to know if you can clap. Josh, I already know. Josh, I already know you can clap. No, don't walk around showing everybody. Josh, stop that. Jude, it could always be worse. It really could. It really could. So, excellent. I'm very happy. How did you handle your holiday, Margaret? Did you get filled up on barbecue and beer? I'm sorry, Lacey. I'm sorry it was a sad day. Josh, she just said she had a sad day and you made me giggle. Alright. Lacey, let's just watch some court videos. Maybe that'll make us feel better, right? So, I put closed captions so you can hear it, you can understand it better. It's just the one lawyer that we have a struggle listening to. But you can hear the inmates, and that's probably the most important. You can hear the judge, and that is the most important part. Judge Sanford, he doesn't care. He's so good. Here we go.
Sí.
You worked on on your holiday, Margaret. I didn't think people in Australia did that. Even the hospitals closed. No.
Well, I'm a translator here. Would you be more an interpreter, I should say, not a translator?
Soy yo la intérprete. ¿Usted está más cómoda conmigo? Sí, por favor. Yes, please.
She'd like to have you interpret for her? Okay. All right, well, let me swear you in, Miss Bueno. I know you're Miss Bueno because I recognize your voice. Do you solemnly swear to affirm under the penalties for perjury that you'll justly, truly, and impartially interpret all proceedings had in open court relative to the case under consideration, including those administrative questions and statements made?
I do.
All right. So let's. Sorry, I did that. Okay, ma'am, back. You requested a public defender back on March 25th, 2026, which I denied.
Usted pidió un defensor público en marzo 25 del 2026 y yo no le lo concedí.
Así es, pero sí, me conseguí uno porque no tengo dinero. No pude explicar ese día que todo el dinero que tenía era por los $4,000 que tenía son de mi renta que debo.
Yes, I have to find one because I don't have any money. The $4,000 I had to pay rent with that money. So I don't have any more money and I've been here ever since.
So you have no money, ma'am?
¿Usted no tiene dinero, señora?
No, pero el attorney Dixon aceptó mi caso, pero él está en Indianapolis hoy.
Did you get that?
I did not. ¿Cómo? ¿Cómo dijo?
Oh, pero presenté una solicitud nuevamente para solicitar un abogado, defensor público, y el abogado Dixon aceptó mi caso.
Yes,
Josh, I forgot. Okay, I'm only telling Josh because I know no one else did it. I already know no one else did it. Oh no, Josh, did you do it? Today's Monday, Josh. Today's Monday. We were supposed to do something for today's stream with dinner last night. Do you remember? Did you do it? Or did you forget to? I shouldn't have made it so far in the future. That was my fault. Listen, I'm just waiting on Josh to reply to know whether I can move in one direction or another right now. V, you forgot too? Wait, we just got to figure out if Josh forgot, we can do it. Twitch looks like it's okay. Hold on. I need to know. Oh no, Josh remembered. Oh, Josh, you poor thing. Okay. All right, listen, V. We're gonna let Josh. It looks like T might have remembered too. I could be wrong. That could just be a coincidence. Oh, there you go, Monica. We're gonna let Josh handle it, and we can either fake it, which I don't think we should, or I might do it tomorrow. V, we can just do it tomorrow. We'll see what Josh does this stream. Don't worry, guys. Once it happens, I'll explain it better. It just hasn't happened yet. I gave everybody instructions for this stream to do something, and we'll see if anybody does it, and then I'll go from there. Sorry. Back to work.
I filled another application to get another public defender, and Mr. Dixon has been representing me before.
Pero el día de hoy está en Indianapolis y no pudo venir.
Listen, he wasn't able to be present in court.
Well, nobody's been appointed yet either. All right, then. So you have no source of income to hire a lawyer. Is that true?
Entonces es cierto que usted no tiene dinero para contratar un abogado, ¿verdad?
Así es.
That's correct.
All right. I'm going to appoint the public defender. Now, Ms. Buena, I need to know when you'd be available. I know you have certain days you are available, but my age-addled mind, I forget. It's the second and fourth Monday or something like that. Is that right?
Tengo al abogado Dixon, pero él no pudo venir, está en Indianapolis. Posiblemente el lunes sí. Pero yo estoy buscando buscar mi caso.
Hang on a second.
Oh.
Are you there, Ms. Bueno? Go
Okay.
She said Attorney Dixon took my case, but he's in Annapolis right now.
Yes.
I have a public defender.
No, you don't, ma'am.
But Mr. Dixon took
No.
my case.
Well, okay. Hang on just a second.
Never, Jude.
Yeah.
Never. I will never ditch you. Ever.
He is her public defender and her protective order in that instance. But not this.
The call cannot be completed at dial.
I can speak English.
Okay, ma'am, I'm going to appoint the public defender. I don't know when Susie Bueno's available to translate. Let me see when Mr. I will see you May 11th.
Okay, I am here also to request, please, if it's possible to dismiss my case as a criminal case.
Ma'am, I can't dismiss your case. I don't have the authority to dismiss your case. Only the state can dismiss the case, and that's why we have trials. See you May 11th, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, see the way. Cases here, what are we doing with the break? Three cases.
The cases.
If you keep coming and coming, huh?
Yeah, one is a probation violation, Your Honor. I entered my appearance fairly recently on all three matters, and then Mr. Williams bonded out of jail. Asked him to set these for one more status before we put it on the trial calendar. If we could do mid-June. The week of the
June 15th.
June 15 would be fine.
All right. All right, sir. Stay in contact with Mr. Manning. Your next court date, June 15th at 9 o'clock.
And these are private cases, Your Honor. These were a bond assignment.
Uh-huh.
He posted 10,000 cash in F218 and 3,000 cash in F6 137. So I'm asking the court to release 7,500 to me, please.
There's
Yeah.
137.
137.
My car has a karaoke player too. I mean, a radio, but I use it as karaoke. If you guys ever followed me down the road in a car, it'd be entertaining. I'm usually quite loud, singing, dancing in my seat. My car's bouncing along. Yeah, Bren, what? Okay, hold on. If you were going to do karaoke, what song would you do, Bren? What song, guys, what song would Bren do if he was going to do karaoke? And why is it Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You? or Barbie Girl?
The bond is in which cases, Judge?
I don't know. I was writing down the cause number. So where did you have the 10,000?
10,000 is in F218 and 3,000 is in F517.
I think it's 15 in the empty case, he was in months.
15,000 total.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Judge, I get the request is for the equivalent of half is bond in fire charge. I will inject that enough.
Okay, so 7103 2507 F218 7,500 released to Attorney Manning. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Martell Willis, Your Honor. This is Mr. Willis here in house.
What you talking about, Willis?
Agreement?
Outback Street Boys.
Sheriff, Mr. Willis is present here in court with me, but thank you for checking.
Talk about Martell Willis?
Yes, Your Honor. Unless there's another Willis, I don't.
Well, you're going forward with the plea. I have two doctors, one saying he's insane, the other one saying he was.
That's right. Prepared to waive that defense in the interest of going through with this plea agreement, Your Honor. If the court would.
Have you discussed that with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you understand, and I'm sure Attorney Masters has talked to you about the fact that I had one doctor say that you were insane at the time and couldn't appreciate the wrongfulness of your conduct, and I had another doctor say that you could. so that we could have a trial and these two doctors would come and testify and the jury could decide whether or not you have a valid defense of insanity. They could, on the other hand, say, no, we don't think it's a valid defense, but you're giving up that defense and pleading, going forward with the plea, sir?
Yes.
Okay, that's what you want to do?
Yes.
All right. You raise your right hand for me, please, as best you can, and swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you.
Yes.
All right, so you're gonna have to speak up a little bit and state you feel comfortable going forward?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, so sir, your lawyers filed a plea agreement and I need to ask you some questions about it. My first question is, what is your full legal name?
Until D. Willis.
Is it Darrell?
Darrell.
Darrell?
Yeah.
How old are you, sir?
39.
How far did you go in school?
11th grade.
You read and understand English?
Yes.
To go to the last page of this agreement, and I see
He had a doctor. This was not a competency evaluation. This was a doctor that said he is insane and not responsible for his crimes. All right, he had one doctor that said he wasn't. One doctor says he was. He only had one doctor to go. Why didn't they go through the last eval before he took this plea deal? Why did his lawyer do this? Like, I try not to complain about the judges or the lawyers. I think they try hard. I think they do. But that right there is a shitty lawyer. I'm sorry. There's no reason, unless there's other cases that, that I don't know about, that this would affect and he'll get way more years or plenty more time. I don't know. Maybe that's possible. But I didn't hear anything like that. We usually hear it. That's just a shitty deal. I just can't believe it.
3 signatures. 2 of them I recognize. That of your lawyer, Mr. Masters, that of Mr. Stiglitz, that's the prosecuting attorney.
Thank you.
That 3rd signature, sir. Is that your signature?
Yes.
Did you read this agreement before you signed it?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand what's happening, what you're doing, that you're entering into this agreement freely and voluntarily. During this hearing, if you have any questions, please ask me to stop, and I will give you a chance to talk to Mr. Masters. If you're not a citizen of the United States, your conviction of the charge or charges filed against you may subject to less favorable immigration status and deportation. Going to give you time to seek legal advice about this issue if you wish. Is that an issue here, Mr. Masters?
No, thank you, John.
So you're currently into the care of a doctor, psychiatrist for a condition or under the influence of prescription medication, any other medication, drug or alcohol that would affect your ability to understand what you're doing today.
No.
All right. So the important part of the plea for you states you're going to plead pleading to count 2, theft, a class A misdemeanor. The defendant agrees to pay all properly documented restitution. The restitution shall be determined at the time of sentencing. How long has he been in jail?
There's no reason for him to have this on his record. You'll hear what he did. This lawyer, I'm just so upset with this lawyer.
113 days as of today, Your Honor. And I think we've addressed this between
113 days he's been in jail for this. 113 days. Okay. If he was going through, mental issues and he had to get doctors and probably had competency problems and had to get restored to competency, maybe I get it, but no, I don't. Because this guy got the shaft big time.
in the council here, we've addressed restitution. I don't think there's going to be a request, Your Honor.
Well, have good luck getting it paid. That'd be my first thought.
I think when the court hears the factual basis of what the loss was, I would pay it out of my own pocket if it was.
I'm gonna vote you.
Good, because you're a shitty lawyer.
You agree to undergo mental health and substance abuse evaluation, participate in any treatment recommended as a term of any probationary period.
Hi, Terry.
And you acknowledge on the record that you trespassed at Island 11 and may not be on their property. Parties otherwise free to argue. What's Island 11?
It is I guess like a pop-up restaurant in the Commerce Center, Your Honor.
Oh, good. All right, is that your agreement with the state, sir?
Martel,
No,
all this is your agreement with the state, right?
yes,
Okay, so you have to listen to what I'm saying. And I'm gonna go through the terms of the plea agreement with you again, to make sure you understand the terms of your plea agreement. It's very important that you listen, that you don't drift off. And if it happens again, I'm gonna have some real concerns as to whether or not we should even proceed. Just being honest with you.
Judge, he just spent 113 days in jail for this. Leave him alone.
Think there's any ill will here, or anybody's trying to railroad anybody, but if you're not gonna listen, if your client can or is incapable of listening, we're just not gonna do it. So,
I am,
okay, well, I'm gonna go with the terms again with you, sir. It says you're gonna plead guilty to theft, a class A misdemeanor. The state agrees to dismiss all remaining counts time of sentence. You agree to pay all properly documented restitution. The amount of restitution shall be determined at sentencing. The defendant agrees to undergo a mental health and substance abuse evaluation, participate in any treatment recommended at the term of any probationary period. The defendant agrees to acknowledge on the record that he trespassed at Island 11 and it may not be on their property. The parties are otherwise free to argue. Sir, did you hear me talk to you about the pertinent parts of your plea, what you're agreeing to?
yes,
Is that what you agreed to?
yes,
All right. Had you gone to trial on the charge of pleading guilty to, the state would have had to prove beyond a reasonable doubt using legally admissible evidence that on or about December 30th, 2025, in St. Joseph County, state of Indiana, that you did knowingly exert unauthorized control of the property of Island 11 with the intent to deprive Island 11 of any part of use or value of the property. Since you're admitting guilt to that charge, so the state won't have to prove the charge. It means no trial, but instead of judgment and conviction, we enter the sentence imposed. And because there's no trial, give up found trial rights. Speedy public trial for judge and jury to confront and cross-examine state's witnesses, call witnesses on your own behalf and be United States. Do you understand you're giving up those rights, sir?
yes,
Do you have any questions about those rights?
no,
You're also giving up the right to appeal your conviction, and you're giving up the right to appeal your sentence as long as I follow the parameters for a Class A misdemeanor sentencing speed. In other words, between 0 and 365 days, you can't appeal that because it's in your plea. You've waived your right to appeal your sentence. You understand that?
yes, Your Honor.
Sentencing range for a Class A misdemeanor, 0 days in jail up to 365 days in jail and a fine up to $5,000. Were you out on probation, parole, bond, or without sentence on any other offense when this offense occurred?
No,
Supposed theoretically be eligible for community authority.
He would be, Your Honor.
We're gonna
Have
find
you
out.
gone through the rights you're waiving certain possible punishment you're facing? You still want to plead?
yes,
Has anyone forced or threatened you to plead?
no,
Have you made promises to the state, or has the state made promises to you not contained in the plea agreement?
no,
Court's not bound by this agreement. If accepted, I'll be bound by its terms, which means I can't in future reduce or suspend and impose a sentence
Kelly's
unauthorized
saying-
by agreement
I think.
without the state's permission. If I reject the plea, it'll be treated as if it never existed. Other than the terms of your plea agreement, sir, will you guarantee what your sentence would be?
Okay.
yes,
Well, other than the terms of your plea agreement, right? You know what the agreement is, but there's no other side deals.
oh, no,
Okay.
Somebody might have made a prediction as to what I might do, but nobody guaranteed you that I would give you a time served sentence. That this would be a guaranteed probationary sentence. Is that right, sir?
yes,
Okay. Happy with your lawyer, Mr. Masters? Are you happy with Mr. Masters as your lawyer?
yes,
You still want to plead guilty?
yes, Your Honor.
factual basis, Mr. Masters.
Thank you, God. Martel, on the 30th of December, 2025, so remember, just before New Year's Eve, did you go into a restaurant in South Bend, Indiana?
Yes.
The restaurant you later came to know was called Island 11, is that right?
Yes.
Did you take some chicken nuggets and ice cream that you were not supposed to take?
Yes.
And in simple terms, you stole the chicken nuggets and ice cream, is that right?
Yes.
Pass the witness there.
Okay.
I'm satisfied with that, Your Honor.
113 days in jail
So
for
when you
that.
plead guilty, give up any defenses you might have had, you understand that?
Yes.
You're admitting to the crime of criminal conversion, class A misdemeanor, if that's what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, court finds defendant is
So I don't even show you guys cases where the judge is too lenient. Like second chances, nope, throw them. I throw almost every single. I'm going to give you a second chance, but if you do this again, you're going to jail. I don't even show you. I throw it out because I just know it's going to make you mad. But it doesn't make me half as mad as that made me. As this whole thing made me.
States his rights, charges, possible penalties, entered into the plea freely and voluntarily, provided a factual basis for it now unconditionally accept the defendant's plea. You're certainly welcome to make argument, but it's going to be a time-served sentence, and I'm going to find him indigent. So,
Only to say, Your Honor, that this is, I've worked with Martel before, and my concern is always, where do we go next? He's going to go to Hope Ministries in Elkhart.
how are you going to get over there?
Someone is picking him up from the jail, pending his release. So if he can let him know he's going to be released today, he'll be taken. I think it's his brother who's going to come get him and take him.
All right, sir. Good luck to you.
You're done.
How many days did you do?
I counted 113 as of today.
226 days.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
This was.
Good luck, sir. You get released later today.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, Matt.
Take care. Thank you, Your Honor.
What's next?
Sometimes
Ronnie LaShawn Hill.
chicken nuggets are just irresistible. They make them so that we're addicted to them. You know what I mean? Second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance. I don't know, Bren.
Those glasses. I'm trying to be like Morpheus or something.
I am not, Your Honor. I have prescription glasses and
Okay, don't steal. You're right. Margaret, you're right. It's against the law to steal. He stole. Okay, but come on. We get people choking people that don't get that. You know? Yeah.
and
How do you got it? Okay.
I was saying, Your Honor, I
I
have
thought maybe you were doing that or.
no, I have prescription eyeglasses
Fight.
and forgot to switch them out.
So, ma'am, are you involved here? Why don't you just have a seat?
Trying to get the guy in the pink section.
Okay, Bren, but that's it. 432 chances. Literally no more. That's it. I'm putting my foot down. No more chances.
Oh, good. So who is the son? Sorry.
Mr. Ronnie LaShawn Hill, Your Honor.
Unless you say you're sorry, then of course I'll give you another chance. Of course I will. You don't even have to mean it. Don't worry, I'll mean it enough for you.
We're pleading today, is that right?
We do, Your Honor.
You plead in both cases or in only one? One.
150. It's
150's pleading?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. Hey, Mr. Hill, if you could stand, raise your right hand for me, please, if best you can. Yeah, please. Just,
I remember, Jude. I remember.
yeah. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Have a seat. Your lawyer filed a plea agreement.
At least get your socks off the floor.
Looking for, yeah, it's not 150. Hmm. So is 150 being dismissed or is that the one he's pleading?
150 is where he's pleading, he is agreeing to pay restitution in the dismissed case as well.
So they filed a plea agreement 114 or not? All right, sir. Your lawyers filed a plea agreement. I need to ask you some questions. My first question is, what's your full legal name?
Ronnie Rashawn Hill Jr.,
How old are you, sir?
26
It's like a food truck, Michael.
years old,
How far did you go to school?
11.
You read and understand English?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to go to the last page of this agreement and I'm going to see 3 signatures. Who am I recognize? That is the lawyer, Mr.
Kelly, that was fine.
Dahlquist,
There was
that is
nothing wrong with
Mr.
that.
Stobland, that's the prosecuting attorney. That third signature, sir, is that your signature?
Yes.
Did you read this agreement before you signed it?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand what's happening, what you're doing, that you're entering into this agreement freely and voluntarily during this hearing. If you have any questions, please ask me to stop and I'll give you a chance to talk to Mr. Dahlquist. If you're not a citizen of the United States, your conviction of the charge or charges filed against you.
I understand, it's fine.
Immigration
understand.
status and deportation. The court will give you time to seek legal advice about this issue if you wish. Is that an issue, Mr. Dahlquist?
It is not, Your Honor.
So you're currently under the care of a doctor, psychiatrist, or under the influence of prescription medication, any other medication, drug, or alcohol that would affect your ability to understand what you're doing today.
No.
All right, the pertinent part of the plea states that you in 150, you agreed to plead to count 1 theft or level 6 felony. State agrees to dismiss all remaining counts at the time of sentencing. Defendant agrees to pay all properly documented restitution and all counts covered by this agreement, including those being dismissed. The amount of restitution shall be determined in sentencing. You agree to undergo a mental health substance abuse evaluation, participate in any treatment recommended at the term of any probationary period. The state does not accept future misdemeanor treatment. Parties are otherwise free to argue. And in F6 114, the state will dismiss that case, time of sentencing, but you agree to pay properly documented restitution by this agreement, including those being dismissed. 14 items valued at $2,169.92 before tax. That was the amount under 114 that was lost?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, couple of things I need to talk to you about. First of all, sir, this is an open plea. Okay?
Yes.
And what we mean by that is that it's up to my discretion as to what your sentence should be. And normally you would have the right to appeal your sentence, but you've waived that right because there's a paragraph in your plea that says, I understand that I have a right to appeal my sentence. If there is an open plea is an agreement which release my sentence in judge's discretion. I hereby waive my right to appeal my sentence under Queens States 887 Northeast 2nd and 73 Indiana Supreme Court case in 2008, so long as the judge sentences me within the terms of my plea. So that provision waives your right to appeal your sentence that I can impose, except for any issue outside the scope of the waiver. I don't know off the top of my head what that would be.
Bren, are you getting arrested?
A sentence that violates the terms of your plea agreement, or a sentence that is illegal because it falls outside prescribed range or is unconstitutional. So if I sentence you on this level as a felony and treat it as a felony and I sentence you to 31 months, that would be an illegal sentence which you would appeal. Barring that, sir, you can't appeal that sentence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. Do you understand the consequence of this appeal waiver?
Yes, I do.
All right. Now, had you gone to court, had you gone to trial on the charge of plea, one other thing. Whenever the state dismisses a case, you're off the hook for any potential damages you might have caused. But in 114, you've agreed, even though the state is dismissing that case, I'm gonna make restitution on it, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So had you gone to trial on the charge of pleading guilty to in 150, state would have had to prove beyond a reasonable doubt using legally admissible evidence that on or about February 3rd, 2026, in St. Joseph County, state of Indiana, you don't include unauthorized control of the property of Dick's Sporting Goods as being merchandise with the intent to deprive Dick's Sporting Goods of any part of the use or value of the property. Property having a value of at least $750 and less than a value of $50,000 to weigh $850. That's what the state would have to prove, but since you admitted guilt to that charge, the state would have to prove the charge, it's posted on trial. But instead, a judgment of conviction be entered and sentence imposed because there's no trial given following the trial rights. Speedy public trial to judge a jury to confront and cross-examine state witnesses, call witnesses on your behalf, and for you not to testify. Do you understand you're giving up those rights, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions about those rights?
No.
You're also giving up the right to appeal your conviction, as I've already told you, you waive your right to appeal your sentence as well, as long as I follow the terms you plead. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Sentencing range for a level 6 felony, start with an advisory sentence of a year, which be added a year and a
Work
half for
smarter,
aggravated
not
service.
harder.
Usually the biggest aggravator is a criminal history, although there's other aggravators as well. 6 months can be subtracted for mitigating circumstances. Usually the biggest mitigator is lack of criminal history, although there's other mitigators as well. And you can be fined up to $10,000. If I think it's appropriate time of sentencing, I could treat this case as a Class A misdemeanor, in which case the range of sentence would be 0 days in jail up to 365 days in jail, and a fine of up to $5,000. Now, if I treat it as a felony when you get sentenced, that's the way it's going to remain because the state has not agreed to future misdemeanor. Correct?
Isn't that weird? So usually we see the state prosecutes a certain crime. All right. And it's either a misdemeanor or a felony. That's already cooked. He's going to plea and then the judge is going to decide what it is. That's weird.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, were you out, other than the case that's being dismissed as part of this plea agreement, were you out on probation, parole, bond, or without sentence on any other case in this defense?
No, Your Honor.
Would you be eligible for community correction, Mr. Dahlquist?
Yes, Your Honor. I don't see any reason why we don't.
So if you haven't done so, and if I treat this as a felony, you have to spend through DNA swab. Understand that?
Yes.
Having gone through the rights of waiving and possible punishment of facing, you still want to plead guilty.
Yes.
Has anyone forced or threatened you to plead?
No.
Have you made promises to the state, or the state made promises to you not contained in the plea agreement?
No.
Or it's not bound by the agreement. If I accept it, I'll be bound by its terms, which means I
That's
can't
what they're
refuse to
saying.
reduce or
What he
suspend
just
impose a
said.
sentence unauthorized by the agreement without the state's permission. If I reject the plea, be treated as if it never existed. Other than the terms of your plea agreement, sir, will you guarantee what your sentence would be?
No.
Are you happy with your lawyer, Mr. Dahlquist?
Yes, I am.
Do you still want to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Dahlquist, factual, please, sir.
Mr. Hill, on or around February 3rd, 2026, were you in St. Joseph County, the state of Indiana?
Yes.
And you were at the Dick's Sporting Goods off of Grape Road?
Yes.
And while you were in there, you did gather items from Dick and walked out without paying for those items.
Yes.
And the value of those items were greater than $750
Yes.
and less than $50,000.
Yes.
And you did have the intent to deprive Dick's of the value of those items.
Yes.
Thank you.
State.
That's so.
So when you plead guilty, you give up any defenses, my dad. You understand that?
Yes, I do.
You're admitting to the crime of theft, a Class A misdemeanor, I'm sorry, a level 6 felony, because that's what you wish to do.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, court finds the defendant understands his rights, charges, possible penalty, didn't can plead freely and voluntarily, provided or facts based, court not condition to defendant's plea. You have a right to be sentenced within 30 days. We have to exercise that right, Mr. Dahlquist.
Oh, we would, Your Honor.
May 19th.
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
All right, sir, see you May 19th, 9 o'clock. I'm gonna order community corrections.
Walked
but
right
see
out
this
with
time
him, Mike,
community
out.
corrections evaluation as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Well, the credit time on the one to be dismissed.
Yeah, pardon. Is that it for you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now vacated, I'm gonna call off the jury.
Judge, I have, Carl Smith.
Who? Carl Smith?
Yep.
Another continuance.
Just so you know, Carl Smith could be another Smith in real life. We don't know. We've never seen another Smith and Carl Smith in the same room.
No, this is a, plea agreement, Your Honor.
Look, another Smith isn't here right now. That's because they're incarcerated, I bet.
All right. Hey, Mr. Smith, you wanna raise your right hand for me, please? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you.
Yes.
All right, sir.
Oh, there
you
is.
can stand up.
Lots
You
of
do.
them.
Hey,
Free.
your lawyers filed a plea agreement, and I want to ask you a couple of questions first before we start. First, we can do this on video today. That's fine. I have no problem doing it that way. Or if you prefer to be here in person, sitting next to your lawyer during this plea hearing, we can do that too. The only drawback for you would be that we have to continue it to a different day. It makes no difference to me, sir, but I give you either one of those options. What would you like to do?
How long would it be if I asked in person, if I do it in person?
Well, would you be available
There we
tomorrow,
go. All right, maybe since another Smith is here and this person is incarcerated, all right, we will concede that you are not him. That's as far as we'll go.
Would you prefer not to be tied
I
up?
could
And
do
in
it
Florida.
We can do it tomorrow.
Okay, because I'm gonna speak to Brian anyway. I got some evidence.
You want to speak to Mr. Griner about the case? Mr. Griner?
Yes, without,
In that case, we probably should-
when I was charged with the affidavit instead of.
Okay, hang on. We're not going to, hang on. I know you're anxious to share this with Mr. Griner, but I don't want you doing it in open court. So let's set it over to, is tomorrow give you enough time?
Well, Judge, I'm gonna ask if maybe we look at, next, Thursday, the 30th. That way I have some time to go visit him at jail, see what he needs to talk about.
Well, if you can come tomorrow, that'd be fine. I really need to show you this.
Well, here's the
It proves
thing.
that it proves that I was not charged with invasion of privacy. I originally was charged with protective order and Officer Cruz asked dispatch with their PO against me and instead of there was not.
Hey, sir, we're not trying to case today. Mr. Griner will be in trial. I don't think he can get over and see you tomorrow. Because he's in
It's
trial.
cool. I can wait till the link is available, but I'm just saying that
Okay, all right.
the charges I'm charged against
April
are
30th.
illegal as fuck. And,
Well, what did you just say? Wait a minute. What did you just say?
The charge.
Did you use the F word, sir?
I am 32, sir, but,
I think you need to watch your language. Watch your language, sir.
well, I've been charged. I was regularly arrested.
So April 30th.
Order. But it says in there.
Mr. Smith, we'll talk about it. Now's not the time.
It was, invasion of privacy, basically a whole year for no reason.
Mr. Smith, I'll come visit you. Now's not the time, okay? We'll get into those details.
This is an affidavit from the officer's report.
The affidavit
With two charges, one being.
We're done. I'm done talking. You don't let anybody talk. I guess you think you're the judge in this courtroom. April 30th. Oh, leading with your chin. In fact, we can set this for trial if you like, Mr.
I think that guy's gonna win. Yep. He has proof. In his hands. He wasn't even charged.
Ronnie, right now, you go over and talk to your clients. It sounds like he's got a good defense to the case.
I think I should talk to
Okay.
you first. Let's see what we're doing on the 30th, if you don't mind. Judge, I also have, this morning Ventrano Whitehead.
That was smooth of that lawyer. Judge was like, you know what? We're just going to set this for trial. Screw it. And the lawyer's like, well, Judge, Well, let's just see what happens on the 30th. I have this next guy up, moved on, and the judge let him move on.
There we go. Morning, sir.
She's
Yeah,
sleeping. Don't wake her up.
All right, what are we doing, Mr. Young?
Meeting with Mr. Young, the next couple of days, got, I believe, a good resolution available.
My coffee's here.
Just get the date to
I'll be
return.
right back.
We need to put this on the trial calendar.
Well, it's a probationary case, isn't it?
He has a new case as well as probation. The new case is.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right, so I went, okay, I only went down one space, all right. You need to put this on the trial calendar?
I said, but I don't believe we.
Oh, okay, so when would you like to come back?
May 13th, 14th. Or May 15th.
May 13th, 14th, or 15th, is that what you said?
That should be ample time.
So,
Excuse me,
hang on a sec, sir, hang your feet then, May 15th?
What? The 15th, sir?
Okay, you want to do, no, the 13th.
13th. Yeah, that's good.
All right. So, Mr. Young, I don't know if your lawyer wants you to ask a question. Just give me the nature of the subject of your question.
Well, there's been a misunderstanding with my treatment. I've been in treatment the whole time I was absent from court. And several certificates and letters were delivered to Mr. Ozinski. And then I was set off 6 weeks ago, so Mr. Ozinski could come talk to me. And I haven't seen him once. And then here we are at court. I'm setting off for another month. I don't think that's really fair. I mean, if we could get a closer date, to see him, because that's what I was set off 6 weeks before.
Well, he's going to see you before May 13th. The next day you come back on May 13th will be when you see me. Mr. Ozinski will be here to talk to you, but there was no communication, if I recall correctly, concerning, and he did provide and file the emails. It was me who ordered the bench warrant because we had no idea, really, we needed keep an eye and keep a handle on this case. And so, and then you did file, I think he did file a motion and set aside the bench warrant. I gave you an opportunity to turn yourself in. Hang on, sir. Had you come into court, because I don't think you're in a lockdown facility, and okay, so you tell me when you want to let me talk. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. You keep talking.
Thank you.
All right. So the deal is you can make it to Fort Wayne, or you go from Fort Wayne to here, or you could have called in. But I would prefer that after there was no contact, that you show up in court. You filed a petition for me to lift the bench warrant, which I denied, and I invited you to come to court. You didn't come, and now you got a new case, and I guess treatment hasn't been going very well if the allegations are true.
So it's the new case for treatment.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
The range of board. May 13th, sir. See May 13th.
You're down to see short.
Can I see you, son?
You will see me very soon. There. Thank you, Todd.
Judge brought receipts to that fight. Bye. Goodbye, sir. All right. Now we're going to move to we'll do landlord tenant real quick, and then we'll move on to to the other one. That's what we're gonna do.
Andrew Redding, please. 26 EV 466. Again, show the plan prepared by council representative.
Oh, Kelly, about the mason jars, we should be seeing him again soon. So, if you guys remember, Mr. Kelly was held in contempt because he didn't pay child support and he was incarcerated for that. So when he was fighting the custody case, some of the hearings that I have in that playlist, he's, in the orange jumpsuit, he's incarcerated. And then he got out. Now, if you guys remember, the last hearing we saw, Mr. Kelly he sued the police department, the individual officers, the chief of police, the judge, the prosecutor, the Catholic Church. He sued everybody, the therapists, the teachers. He sued them all. And he had so many motions in front of the judge that the last hearing we saw with them, the judge was just trying to get through some motions. We're going to get through these motions. Well, he took some of the things up to the appeals court. Some of the decisions the judge made on the motions and some of his cases, he took them to the appeals court. All right. Now, I don't know if you remember, but the last hearing we had, the judge got pretty pissed off at Cindy. And Mr. Kelly landed some pretty darn good points. Like, if you remember, she submitted a video that was only 7 minutes long, but it was really a 53-minute video, and Mr. Kelly proved it. He proved that she didn't submit the whole thing. So the judge said at the end of that hearing, he said, you know what, neither of you are even trying to do what's best for your children. You are just against each other so much that you're not even trying to do what's best for your children. But that's okay, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm the judge. I'm going to do what's best for your children. Neither of you are going to like it. You're going to hate it. I promise you. And if you look in the court documents, everything is going on. Right before his cases went to the appeals board, there was a consented custody agreement. They agreed on custody finally in a consented agreement that they submitted to the court. So the judge didn't get to decide anything about custody. All right. Well, now the appeals are over, so we should start seeing his cases back in court again, and we might get to an ending someday.
Here's in person, so let me get it. Good morning, sir.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Thanks for listening.
All right, Mr. Redding, I'm going to ask the plaintiff same question regarding the pre-eviction diversion program.
No, we are not this time.
Okay, so we are going to go forward today. Plaintiff has been sworn in as last broadcast. Mr. Redding, if you would please raise your right hand and be sworn in. You solemnly swear or affirm with penalties for perjury that any testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right, thank you, sir. Same process as before. I'll hear from the plaintiff first. Ms. Flood, go ahead.
Thank you.
See, Bren, you're too young to realize that people our age aren't horrified by any of that. We just drink the coffee. We're fine. Whatever. I mean, we grew up, we ate whatever. We're drinking whatever. We don't get horrified by that. Yeah, whippets. Don, I know they're not great, but I didn't know that someone could OD on whippets. I can't believe I haven't heard more stories about that. With the way people treat whippets around here, even now, even today, we had whippets in my last job, and we had to stop using whippets because of the restaurant workers.
Can you please state your full name for the record?
Whipped cream cans, yes.
And what is your relationship with the South Bend Heritage Foundation? Property manager for Thrive Apartments. And does Mr. Andrew Redding have a lease agreement with South Bend Heritage Foundation? Yes. Were the initial terms of that agreement from November 19th, 2020 to November 30th, 2021? Yes. Is he currently on a month-to-month basis? As far as I know. Pursuant to the lease, is he obligated to pay $740 per month in base rent? Yes. And has he fallen behind on that obligation? Yes. Did your office?
Sir, how could you mess up a $700 a month rent payment? How could you mess that up, sir? You're not going to get that again. $1,200.
Issue a 10-day notice to quit on February 10th, 2026? Yes. After the issuance of that notice, is he still currently behind on his rent? Yes. When was the last time that Mr. Redding made a payment?
Says on 4/5, he made a $340 payment.
And as of today, what is that total amount due and owing?
$5,330.
Oh, sir.
And are you
Sir, that's going to be your monthly payment now that you messed that up. Bobby, I can't eat anything that's falling on the floor. You want to know why? Because at my age, it takes me more than 5 seconds to go get it. And there's a lot of sweating, tears, and blood involved. And noises, grunts and groans and moans.
in final possession today? Yes. That is all, Your Honor.
So 4/5 of the 26.
Correct.
So since the case was filed, there's been payments made. How many payments have been made since the case was filed on March 13th?
March 14th. Looks like 3. Wait, no, just 2. Just 2. Yeah. Which were both on 4/5, it looks like. So the 340, and there's also another $500 payment right above that.
Are those that accepted and applied?
Yes.
Whoa, what? You accepted 2 payments from him and you gave him a 10-day notice. You're not allowed to do that.
It's low.
Your Honor, would it be possible to request a continuance at this point?
I'll
No,
grant a continuance.
no, wait. You can't grant a continuance on that, Judge. You guys, what's going on? People are getting shafted left and right here. She accepted payments. That terminates anything she had. Now she has to refile. She has to reserve him. She has to start over again. What is she going to do with the continuance?
Mr. Redding, what went somewhat unspoken between Ms. Lund and myself is that, generally speaking, if there are payments made and
Donald, that's
accepted
horrible. I am sorry.
or after a conviction case has been filed, then this court practices generally not to go into possession at that time, as there are arguments that have been made in previous cases that I've taken well founded that the plaintiff may have unintentionally waived their right to seek eviction at today's hearing by accepting those payments. So I'm going to grant a continuance.
For what?
Also a continuance to, sorry, let me pull up my calendar. I did not open one. Continuance is going to be to May 12th. That'll be 8:30 a.m.
No, excuse me, Your Honor, may I be able to speak and tell
No.
the side before we do that, if that's
No.
possible?
I'm sorry?
May I be able to speak and tell the side if that's possible, my side before, I know there's a continuance on the case, but I like to speak up about the said case. If it's
Okay.
possible.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so moved in around that time period. So there was when I got there, there was a lady named Rosie that, gave said place to me.
Okay.
So when Rosie was there, everything, everything was copacetic, everything was working fine. But then there was a change in power when there was a new lady named Tamika that came. So when she came, there was no basically let nobody know of anything. So I told him I owned up to me, I lost a mail key. So I lost my whole set of keys. So when I lost my set of keys, I went to the property and said, hey, I lost my set of keys. I can't get into the place. So they came back with a house key and a key to the door. And so when they came back with 2 keys, they said, we don't have the mail key and we don't have the gate key. But when we don't have a mail or gate key for you, we basically, we only got these. I said, oh no, that's all I need. I just need to get into the place. I said, the mail key, gate key, I don't need that. So that was around, you can say that's around 2020, it's around the whole COVID year, same thing. So I never received any mail from them. So with me not receiving any mail from them, their argument is that when because what I've been hearing, they said $740 is the term of the lease agreement. I've been paying over $840 a month. So that's the term agreement. What has $840 out of my pocket I'm paying? You see, you just heard a $300 payment, you heard a $500 payment. Why have I not? If that be $740 was the original amount, why have I been paying that? So with that being said, they said they upped the lease agreement to $840. You just heard out of their mouth that it's at $740. So why have I not been paying $840? But also I want to understand is why I never received a new lease agreement, or I never received that the amount even, that it heightened. I never received any information that there was any changement in the lease. I received no information. Why? Because I didn't have that mail key. And they even agreed that all the mail came back to them. So with the mail coming back to me, they said also that I said, all the mail came back to you. How in any way do you think that I got it? If it came back to you. She said, oh, well, we was going to come and talk to you, but when was you going to talk to me? So they let the month.
I couldn't find a rental for $840 a month. No way. No way. Yeah. I mean, if only we knew someone who could help us get a new key real quick. Ugh.
The month they let it increase, it kept letting it bounce, increase. And nobody told me. I got the same number. I got the same location. I know I'm in out of time. I know I try to lie. I got business this and third, but nobody never let me know nobody never came, no knock on the door when I am in time that the lease even changed.
If you didn't ever know that your rent was increased to $840, why were you paying $840?
So you just heard that them out there. It was $740. I've been paying over $840 for the last what 4, 5, 6 years. See what I'm saying? So, but like I said, that's the miscommunication within all parties. Because this is the first time I'm seeing her. Respectfully.
So you're saying you've been making every month's payments for the last several years?
Yes, and they said that I'm late, but they just said it was $740. So
Well, I guess what I'll say is this: I don't know. You're saying that you've been paying over $800. And what's been testified to is that the lease was only for $740.
I saw some rentals in Sydney that start at $200 a week, which is still a lot. They looked gorgeous. Maybe they were just scams.
But there's also been testimony that there's over $5,000 still going on. I don't know. What I believe is I will leave that to you and Ms. Luck to discuss over the course of the next couple of weeks. And I encourage all parties to come prepared to be able to talk about what payments have been made, haven't been made. If there's a ledger, if you've got receipts or bank statements or something showing the rent has been paid, we can talk about all of that on May 12th at 8:30 in the morning, okay?
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
So we'll come back that day, May 12th at 8:30.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're good to go, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Another day. I'll be back before travel. We can't on FaceTime call.
No.
I'll play it. Thank you.
I'm going to go move in with CJ. Because she has champagne. Monica's coming with me. Nan's coming with me.
All right, 71 VOA 2603 EB 465, matter of South Bend Heritage Foundation versus Brianna Perry. Show the plaintiff appears by counsel representative, defendant appears in person. This live plaintiff is not interested in the pre-eviction diversion program on this case?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Perry, if you would please raise your right hand and be sworn in. You saw.
Wait, where do I look? Wait, I want to be near that beach with the lifeguards. So where do what city do I look in? I know there's lifeguards at every beach. Come on, guys, you know what beach I'm talking about. I think it starts with a B, like Boney or Bonsai or something like that. Bonnie. I don't remember the name of the beach. It starts with a B, and there's their lifeguards, the very capable swimming lifeguards. That's why I want to go, because they're very capable at swimming, right? So what city do I look in? Bondi Beach. I'm gonna look around there.
You swear or affirm the penalties for perjury that any testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. All right. Ms. Love, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Kaylee Lashford,
And what is your relationship with South Bend Heritage Foundation?
property manager for Thrive Apartments.
And does Brianna Perry have a lease agreement with South Bend Heritage Foundation?
Yes.
And are the terms of that lease agreement from December 3rd, 2024 to November 30th, 2025?
Yes,
And is she currently on a month-to-month basis?
I believe so.
Pursuant to that lease, what is the rent that she is paying per month?
805.
Can you clarify?
$805.
Thank you. And has she fallen behind on her obligation to pay rent?
Yes.
And did your office issue a
Bond
10-day notice to quit letter on February 10th, 2026?
Yes.
And after that issuance of the notice to quit, is she still currently behind on rent?
Correct.
When was the last date in which she made a payment?
It looks like December 12th of 2025. And $515.
And what is the total amount due and owing today?
$5,633.94.
And are you seeking final possession?
Yes.
That is all, Your Honor.
Ms. Perry, do you have any questions for Ms. Lashford?
I do. Nice to meet you, actually. I've never met you before. I would like to extend it out for my damages because I had so many problems with this apartment that I feel like I should have known anything. I was without a job from November to February. I just started. I just got my first check. I offered them $1,000 today. They didn't want it. So I thought if I gave them, I didn't know actually my balance was $5,000. It could, this paper here shows me $3,900. So I was like, if I give you $1,000, I'm underneath $4,000. So therefore I should be able to extend my time, right? It's not like I'm not trying to pay. I have a job. I just got a job.
Okay. Do you have any questions for her?
I found 600 a week. It's the lowest I found so far.
Okay. So you said that you were out of work from November to when?
To February. I just got a job February 16th.
Okay, so you've been working for the last couple of months?
Yes.
Okay. Have you made any payments? She said the last payment was in December. Have you made any payments since
I
then?
just got my
Beck, are you in Sydney? How far away are you from Bondi? Because, look, if I could just put a little shed in your backyard, you won't even know I'm there. I won't leave it. I'll stay in there and make YouTube videos. Monica, thank you for the cheers.
first check Friday. That's why I offered them.
So you've been working for 2 months and just had your first check?
I said, yes. The first one was not, it was orientation. I get paid every 2 weeks. But my first and my second was not great because I'm just starting out. This was my full first check. That's why I have this.
Okay, so you did get paychecks, it was for orientation paychecks. Okay,
Yes.
that's why I was confused.
I'm sorry.
You said you just got your first paycheck. And
I mean, my
I
first
was
big
like, you've been
check.
working for 8 weeks.
That's
They
my
have
first
paid you
big
for
check.
2 months, that's weird.
First big check.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like me to know?
I was wondering if they would take this $1,000 and put me on a payment plan and I'm good. I was without a job. So that was my only income. I did the best I could in December without a job in November. So I also was trying to keep in contact with them about what my situation was. So we would get to this point, but I didn't get any phone calls, no call back. So if they don't want this $1,000, then I'll get it correct.
Well, we'll talk about that. So let me have any questions.
No, Your Honor. I did speak with Miss Perry out in the hallway about her situation. She did offer the same amount. Again, at this time, due to how high the payment is, I'm not interested in executing the payment plan. We did agree to provide her 2 weeks to move out. She also requested a copy of the ledger. So if you are allowing it, I can introduce this as a.
That's fine. We'll replace through the ledger.
Here's a copy of that ledger. Here's a copy for the court.
You have a statement.
I do have one question. So.
Go ahead.
Leaving today, therefore there's an eviction on my record, meaning if I have 2 weeks to move out.
Well, people say eviction on their record, that means different things to different people. So it's not like we report and say we don't have like a database of evictions, right? What on the record means, Christine? There you go. I was able to come up. What that generally means for our purposes is that when the case gets filed, it's available online on my case, on what we call Odyssey. It's the court portal. So as long as once the case is filed, there's quote unquote an eviction on record. If the case were later to get dismissed or there were certain ways that it got resolved, that it gets so it either gets dismissed. If there is no money judgment ordered.
The only problem, Beck, is that I live on tips. That's how I make my money. And you guys don't tip. I mean, you sometimes tip if someone does a good job, you sometimes tip, but your servers and that they don't live on tips. So I would be, if I worked as a server, now I have a master's degree in computer security, so I can get a job in IT, but I'm much better serving. But I'm sure you don't pay your servers enough for me to afford $600 a week in rent. I don't know. I don't know how much your servers make. Maybe they make a lot of money. I don't know. I make plenty of money as a server. Because I live off tips. You know what I mean? But I don't know. So you get a good wage as a server? Enough to pay $600 a freaking week? Because that's a lot. A lot of money for one bedroom and one bath. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Or the money judgment is later satisfied, then there can be a sealing of the eviction, meaning it comes off of the public access portal. But it's not like you go on a report that says, oh, this person got evicted. Now, what I will say is I don't know if there are certain landlords that they report to credit reporting agencies. I don't know if that's the case here, but as far as this case is concerned, unless it gets sealed or removed from public access, it would be quote unquote on record, right? So,
Okay.
and that's when a case gets filed, not even that there's been an eviction granted, just it's been filed, right?
Right.
So it's available for public view. What people do with that is up to them.
Okay, well, when I come back from damages court, is that where I get to explain all my issues, or?
When you say all your issues, what do you mean?
I've had 4 infested mice pictures in the last month.
She had 4 infested mice pictures. I don't know what that means, but she must have mice. Get a cat. I have cats for you. You can have one of my cats. Yeah, I probably won't make... I wouldn't work in a good restaurant. You'll see me at the dive bar down the street.
No water, no heat. I could go on this all on my phone. I've documented everything. Since the day I moved in until now.
Okay. Internally, I guess.
You can rent my cat, ma'am, for $600 a week.
If you want to talk about it, go ahead. I mean, I no one was telling you couldn't talk about it.
Well, I just didn't know, like, I guess when I talked to the attorney, he told me to explain this and see if I could hold off this eviction until, the damages court, because he said it only makes sense. And I was like, okay, I'll ask.
Well, explain what's been going on.
Okay, December of 2025, I moved in. I was required no deposit, so she allowed me to move in with just $800. Cool. I went in there. It was December. I had no leak for 2 straight weeks. It took them time and time to come out and fix it. They lost my home key, so I had to miss work every time they want to come to my house to let them in. They put scratches on my door. I had no water in my kitchen or my bathroom for a while. They just fixed my plumbing. My plumbing in my kitchen has been leaking. It caused bugs. It caused wood damages in the kitchen area. I was taking cold showers for at least 2 weeks. My food, I kept buying food and the refrigerators were going bad, so I lost money on that. I have all my documentation. I had no AC at one point and it was almost 90 degrees. I've got the screenshots of everything. I've got some problems too.
Oh, I would do so well owning a bar. I just would. Oh man.
Over here. So and I've still been paying. I just fell short about a job, but once we're here, and I was like, get up away.
Okay. Ms. Lund, do you have any questions you'd like to ask?
Not at this time, yeah.
All right, looks like in January of 2025, there was a concession given of $60 or $50 for the fridge issues.
Paid way more than that on my groceries. I paid about $8. They gave me a $50 gift card and told me they were going to take $100 out of my rent. Never did that.
I am way more comfortable at a dive bar than a high-end restaurant. Yeah, I would be fine. They would love me. But I like to joke and have fun with everybody who walks in, like my family. Like I treat them all like my family. But no, I don't treat them like my family. I would treat them like you treat your family. So we laugh, we joke, I make fun of the men, because they like it, they're happy. And the high-end restaurants, I would have to not. My sense of humor would not be appreciated, which is fine. I can work like that. I would be a great worker like that, but I would be happier where I'm having fun all night at work.
All right, I am going to find on balance that there has been a breach of the lease agreement. It looks like there's been a balance carried essentially since the start of the tenancy, according to the ledger. I am going to create final possession effective April 27, 2026.
That's today.
Damages
Nope,
hearing date,
yesterday.
and this hearing is scheduled for June 25th.
She's out. She's out of her apartment. He just kicked her out. All right, Josh, I have a great idea. At our sidebar we have a bench and a podium, right? And if there's any arguments at the tables, they get to bring it before the judge. And then actually we could have the people in the restaurant be the jury. So if there's any arguments, boom, up to the podium you go. Can you just have him give me a bar? Look, I would do really well if I owned a bar.
2:30.
Yes, the judge's chair. That would be fun. I would get in an argument with every single person I take there if I had that option. All right, I can 10 bar too. Me and Monica could be back there like Coyote Ugly. I left this part in because look, we get to see the judge for once.
This one?
No,
just for a second.
Screen.
Right here.
Right there.
Oh, turn volume up.
What does it say before that?
It says not hearing anything. Turn
Not
volume
hearing
up.
anything. Okay. As long as we're broadcasting, that's all I was looking for. Or recording.
Yeah.
So. All right, sir, you are? Producer?
Aaron Hayes.
Oh my gosh, yes, we could have a little jail there. And they have to bond them out. If they're found guilty and it's bad enough, they go into the little jail, and then their friends have to come and drive out to the bar and bond them out, and then we'll put all that money for bond to like a charity or something. You know what I mean? That would be so cool.
Okay.
Everything.
Just making sure that I have who was the representative. So,
And when there's no one in jail, we could just have like a dancer in there, in the cage. Yep. Yep.
here's our representative, defendant appears in person. Can I have both of you please raise your right hands to be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the penalties for perjury that any testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, thank you, folks. Put your hands down. Trace, I'll give you the opportunity to speak first. Ms. Fogarty, once he's done, I'll give you a chance to tell me what's going on from your side. Trace, tell me what you'd like me to know.
I allowed Miss Posey to stay for one night in my own house, and the second night I came back to stay in my own house. I was assaulted and left the property, and after that, attempts were made to fix the home. We sent a plumber over there, and they were denied access to fix plumbing. The house has been condemned, and they're not allowed by the city or the county, whoever, it's the city. So they're not allowed to stay there regardless of this hearing, but they've stayed in there, and it's not a good situation at all because it's been condemned. And they, to date, for almost a year now, I've never received a dime. And so it's in trouble both, they have nothing valid because they have never paid any dimes, and they've also allowed the house to be condemned in their state.
Was there a rental agreement?
There was no rental agreement to begin with. It was supposed to be on a night-to-night basis.
So you said you let Ms. Posey stay in your home for a day. How did that come about?
Well, I heard about her hard story being, needing a place to stay from. I don't think she had any place. I picked her up myself. I had made sure there was food, there was supplies, there's mattress, some furniture, It was my house, so I was inviting them in to stay from the kindness of my heart in my own house.
And when was that?
Approximately a year.
So sometime like early April 2025?
Yes.
Okay.
Geez, I have no idea what that's like.
And this property, you filed a condemned notice. It was condemned in September?
Yep.
You would look great, Bobby. I would throw dollar bills at you. Doesn't it, friend?
Is there anything else you'd like me to know?
I originally filed in October, but they didn't call me back. I was under understanding that the clerks would call me back about it, but they didn't. So then they said it just went away. So I had to file. So that's part of the reason I attempted to do it right after they got a condemned notice.
Look at her foot going. That's what my foot does when I get really annoyed. My foot.
Was there a reason after you're saying Ms. Posey didn't vacate after the first day? Was there a reason you didn't file before? Like in April or May?
I don't do that though.
The first time I filed for a protection order, and that would be similar to results to eviction. But due to illness, I wasn't able to make the hearing.
Okay. Is there anything else you'd like me to know, sir?
Not this time.
Ms. Posey, you have questions for Ms. Grace?
Your Honor, he lied to me about everything.
Okay, well, you have any questions?
I have no questions. I don't know, Your Honor.
All right.
No,
What would you like to tell me?
Yes, sir. Now, me and my husband, we was homeless. We was working with the lady of the road downtown. I don't know if you know that place. Mr. Hastings had rooms for $11 all over. He has like 4 houses. Me and my husband let him know we did not want to take the rooms for $11. We wanted the entire house because my husband's Social Security and everything we could pay for rent. My husband got his toes amputated. He's a type 2 diabetic. I text Mr. Hastings, let Mr. Hastings know, do not come back to the house tonight because I do not be around no man alone without my husband until tomorrow when my son comes. Mr. Hastings decides to break in my house, break my windows. The only thing to save him, Your Honor, was his glasses, the mess, because he assaulted me. I called, I could not put it on the flash drive for you. What's it called? The hard drive. I have the videos of this man assaulting me in my house. I called the police. I did press charges on this man. Then, Your Honor, he checked out. He gave the deeds to his goddaughter, who made us our lease, who we was giving our money to. We have not seen or talked to this man since the Officer Dickinson, the whole police department came to the house to get rid of him. We came with 8 people from the mobile downtown to try to put all the homeless people in that house. We have not seen this man. The condemnation, Your Honor, Mr. Hastings and The whole Michigan was in that house before we got there. I cleaned that house. I decorated this house. The backyard was condemned from him and the people in the trash. We cleaned that up, Your Honor. Got it all fixed. Put it in the tent and he drove away. Yes, it's hearsay. I'm still going to say it. He had somebody to blow up our backyard. That is on video as well. The 5 people came. We was this close to my house burning down. The condemnation got lifted because the trash got picked up. But because he blew the backyard up, the condemnation came back. This is what we've been dealing with Mr. Hastings, who we have not seen in 8 months. His goddaughter was our landlord. Even the police station knows this. Mr. Hastings has been checked out in Oakland because of his sites and his site mess. So his goddaughter took the deeds, all 4 of his houses. He just got out. Now he's trying to take the deeds back.
Okay, guys, listen. Every once in a while, we think of a business that we should start together. Let's just make a promise, a deal right now. We never, ever go down the road of landlord. All right? We're never going to be a landlord. There's going to be a day where I say, hey, guys, I have an idea. Let's become landlords. Let's find a house in the United States that's like cheap, that we can all afford to chip in and buy, and then rent it out until we pay for it. Just tell me no, ever.
He has never gave us a paperwork, Your Honor. We have been there, that is a whole home. Everything's in my husband's name. We're not squatters. I have put up with a lot of disrespect and unfortunate, very disrespectful from a man to a woman from this man right here that I should not even have to do. No, Mr. Hastings has issues and he is lying to you. I don't know if y'all know this man's name, but I had a petition. I could not bring my videos in because he said I had to submit it to you first for you to agree. Then you would take the flight, grab to see all videos. You know, I have so much stuff on this man right here. He's lying on me and my husband. We have not seen this man. He only wants this house because the house is over there off of Indiana Street. They're barring that up, and there's about 15 people in there, and they want to come to our house because we have the biggest house of his units that we have been taken care of. And inside, my house is decorated. Every bill is in our name, Your Honor. We have not seen him, but he wants our house for his project that he does in South Bend on TikTok, Instagram. He thinks he helps people, but he's a very dangerous and unstable man. He's already had 2 charges put on him for rape by 2 girls. Yes.
I don't need to hear about that. Okay. We're not getting that.
All right, well, I'm just saying, we did nothing wrong. We stayed in our guidelines of a tenant because we were dealing with his goddaughter. Our condemnation got lifted when we did the whole backyard, but he bombed the backyard and that foot got Mike to come back out, the cold man. Me and Will, the cold man, and talked. He was there the next day when they blew us up because he passed us. They blew us up Friday at 2 a.m. in the morning. We have our lease and everything. I'm not finna be homeless again because this man is unstable in the head. And we did nothing wrong to this man. And if I could have brought you my videos and you would see everything, this would have been no court because you would see how unstable he is. Speaking on the video, breaking my windows with him, he literally took my rug up, slammed my whole arm into the door. Make sure you broke all the glass windows in the door. That's all on the video that I was trying to present to you. He tried to knock the banister down in front of the house, hit it with his bike. I mean, the neighbors.
Fred, shut up. Fred, you shut up. We had a really good idea. We were going to, this is the out of everything we talked about. Okay, everything I talked about. Okay, I get it. But the one where we have, where we extradite people, because they charge like $5,000 to extradite someone from Texas to Louisiana. $5,000. We go pick up somebody, drive them to Louisiana. $5,000. And like the state doesn't pay for that. They do pay for it, but then they charge the inmate for that money. And then the inmate takes 18 years to pay the state back. But we've already gotten paid. All we need to do is all put our money in to buy a van. That's all we need to do. Look, there is nothing wrong with that idea. It's a perfect, nothing could go wrong.
Do not want it. I told the neighbors we're going to be moving. They begged us to stay. They do not want to deal. Nobody in the neighborhood wants to deal with Mr. Hastings because of his activities and how unstable he is. Me and my husband don't bother. We don't say that. We understand him. This is our lease from his goddaughter.
We get that from the
and the lawyer just talked to us. We're now on a month-to-month in February. This is what we signed. This is what we did when his goddaughter Brianna became our landlord. And when her dad came for our plumbing, her father
Turn the water, when you turn the water on, Your Honor, the whole downstairs, I've lost I've lost 10,000 worth of clothes in the basement because the plumbing, there was people before us, they was trying to, take the pipes and stuff. So the basement got flooded because of the pipes, not because of us. Her father, his goddaughter's father went in, that's what he don't know. He came to fix my plumbing. He went downstairs, he got the flexi stuff, to spray all our pipes to stop the leakage. My kids.
We should give out candy to the inmates. That's why they give us a good review at the end.
Grandfather is Larry Bonds. Brianna, the landlord right there, she is set up for Larry Bonds to come and finish the plumbing because her dad only knew so much. So I do not know Mr. Hastings is talking about we do not no, they came and fixed our plumbing. See, we have not talked to this man in 8 months. Literally 8 months. He's not been nowhere. Well, he's been in the hospital. I'm sorry. Stop. Now the lawyer just told us that I asked for Oliver Howard and I said you cannot get here today. That's fine. That is my lawyer, Oliver Howard. I talked to this man. He said, now we're on a month to month. Okay. We forgot to do this in February.
I am fairly certain the last time we spoke about buying our van to extradite the criminals, we were going to bedazzle it, right? We were going to paint it and make it sparkly, right? Look, it's possible this is sped up, but I don't remember it being sped up when I edited it. I think she's just talking fast, but I could be wrong. And $10K worth of clothing, come on. Give me a break.
Because that's what me and my husband and Brianna decided that day. Told our fiance we all signed the paperwork and the lease in my living room. So I'm not understanding what me and my husband did anything. This is the paperwork, we're here. When he tried to file for a restraining order on me, how? I didn't assault you, he assaulted me and it's on video. But the judge threw it out because I had my evidence, the other court. He didn't show up. I had all my evidence for that judge. She threw it out on him and we have not seen him at all, Your Honor.
Right?
My husband getting ready to have surgery again on his toe.
Bill, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Your text caught me at the wrong time and then I forgot. I kept going on and I went to sleep and Bill, I'm so sorry. Hey guys, it's Bill. Hi Bill. Bill, I'll be ready today. I promise, but you probably are busy today. But if you're not, I am. I'm not busy. Something like that. I am sorry.
Get cut off. I don't have time to be dealing with this man. Besides my lupus, we don't bother him. But there's something wrong with him. I'm not gonna lie. There's something wrong. The issues. I've never seen a man who says he's here to help someone, then assaults you and does the most to your house. And the police said I cannot stop him because he's the owner. So he can bust out all the windows. They seen it. And they said I cannot do anything because he owns that property. So he can bust out all my windows. But see, what he's trying to do is unlawfully evict. He made me uncomfortable. And my husband so we can leave. That's not okay either. Because we did nothing wrong to him. We got the windows fixed, the plumbing. We got that trash up. We did what the landlord was supposed to do in that neighborhood that they was complaining about. Me and my husband did that to that unit. And my lupus,
it's sped up.
My husband diabetes.
See how fast she walked? It's definitely sped up. I apologize.
This is not okay. This is not okay. We did nothing wrong to this man. He's really had problems. And I don't know how your judge probably can research, but he's well known. Issue, the police station knows, Officer Dickerson, everybody. They made him leave and they told him he cannot come back on his property to me because when he assaulted and the sergeant had come out to my house to talk to this man and made him get off the property and told him to not return and take all the 6 people and their luggages with them.
Okay. Let me ask a couple things. Mr. Hayes, who is this Brianna Kessler?
Goddaughter.
Okay.
Assistant property manager.
Okay. Did you give her the authority to sign a lease for this property?
I gave her the authority,
So this lease that was signed on September 5th, did she have the authority to enter into that lease with the defendant?
Yes.
Okay. Defendants are saying that the property is no longer condemned. Is that true?
Yes.
Do you have anything more recent than September saying the property was condemned? The property is still condemned.
Property was condemned due to water not being on it.
Correct.
No.
Let's answer the question I'm asking. The letter that you filed was from September 23rd, 2025.
Yes.
That says that the property was condemned. What do you have within the last 7 months as to the status of the property?
It's impossible for it to have changed because the water got turned on. The owner, myself, has to allow the water to be turned on.
She put it in her name The water was in Brianna's name. Because, you know, we cannot have it in the tenants. Brianna, the water was in her name. She brought her father over to fix our plumbing after the basement got flooded out from the pipes busting. You can definitely check on that. Maybe bring water.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Hang on. Here's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm going to continue the matter because I want to know a few things. I want to know from you, Mr. Hayes, I want you to get something from RSVP that says current status of the property. So they have to come out and do whatever re-inspection, because what I'm hearing is that the defendants are saying that the property condemnation status may have changed. I want to know now, what is the condemnation status of the property? I want also, Ms. Posey, I want you to bring in whatever evidence you have to show what you're saying happened. Because I don't know what happened. I know what you're saying. I feel like the accounts are usually different from both sides of the aisle. So I would like to see if you've got videotape. I'd like to see.
Okay, I have that inbox is Texas from his dad daughter from us talk with him.
Bring that with you the next time. Because Mr. Hayes, what you're telling me is that they were allowed to say the property has been condemned, and because of, well, I'm summarizing. I'm not saying this is what happened. I'm saying this. I'm summarizing what the arguments are. Mr. Hayes, your argument, as I understand it, is that the property was condemned, and they shouldn't be staying because they're not allowed to stay. No one should be staying in the property that has been condemned. Correct?
Not first and foremost, as the lease clearly states, you're supposed to pay on November 3rd.
So here's the thing. No. You started. You didn't even argue there was a lease, Mr. Hayes. You said we let them come in and stay for a day, and now the property's condemned. You didn't tell me jack squat about this lease agreement. Did you know about this lease agreement?
Yes.
No. I'm asking him, not you. Did you know about this lease agreement?
I've never seen the lease agreement.
Then why are you even starting to argue? You're changing your argument, Mr. Hayes, and it's making me a little bit questioning. Because now you're saying, oh, this lease agreement says they were supposed to pay and they didn't pay. You didn't tell me jack about a lease agreement because you didn't know about a lease agreement. Your original argument when you came in here was, I let them stay for a day, they stayed over for a year, and now the property's been condemned. But you don't have anything since September to tell me what the status of the property is. What have you done since September regarding the property?
Tried to get it back.
How?
I filed here.
You filed here, you filed for a fee waiver, you didn't get granted the fee waiver, you never paid the fee, and the case was dismissed.
Correct. I didn't find that out for several months.
Okay, well, that's on you for not following up. Second question is, what have you done with RSVP if this property is condemned to start getting the property back in good standing?
I need them out first. And I'm after getting assaulted, I don't go to that property.
Okay. Your Honor, no. We're gonna go back and forth.
No, I just want to know when I assaulted him.
No, and that's what I'm saying. You're saying he assaulted you, he's saying you assaulted him. I don't know what happened. And quite frankly, right now, I don't care. Because right now, what I care about is Mr. Hayes is saying that regardless of, because quite frankly, regardless of whether there was a valid lease agreement or not, if the property was condemned, a landlord and owner responsibility is to have that property vacant until it can be in good standing. So the first question I need to answer is, what is the actual status of the property as we sit here now? And so, supposedly you're saying that you fixed it up, but the backyard being quote unquote blown up.
Miss Brianna was, they contacted his dad daughter with the condemnation.
And well, that's why I want to know more.
Okay.
I'm not saying yay or nay, I'm saying I want to know more. Because quite frankly, there's too much conflicting stuff going on for me to really have any clarity about what's happening. Right? This isn't a situation where, landlord says, well, they're 5 months behind in rent. They say, well, I'm 4 months behind rent, 5 months behind, where the only issue is, okay, how much rent they actually owe, because that's a breach of the agreement. Now we're here on month to month. There's been no assertion because Mr. Hayes didn't even know about the existence of the lease. There's not been compliance with the terms of this lease agreement on behalf of his property manager goddaughter. The only argument was, I let someone stay, now the house is condemned, now they can't stay under the laws of the city ordinances because the city doesn't allow people to stay in properties that aren't habitable. That I can understand if there is condemnation that's actually in place. I don't know that right now, so I'm going to continue the matter. I want something dated after 2 days date when we come back that says what the status of the condemnation is. Now, Ms. Posey, if you get that, I don't care. Mr. Hayes, if you get that, I don't care. I just want someone to bring me something.
I did for you Friday.
Well, I'm going to give a couple of weeks because I know that the RSMP can sometimes take a little bit of time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue the matter until May 19th. We're going to come back on May 19th at 8:30 in the morning.
Okay.
At that time, I want to know more about the RSVP status. I also, if there's anybody else, Mr. Hayes, if you think it's important to have your goddaughter, this Ms. Kessler here, Ms. Posey, if you think it's important to have Ms. Kessler here,
yes, sir.
Someone not to tell them, hey, come report so we can actually have someone who knows about this lease agreement.
Is she a subpoena? No.
I don't issue subpoenas. I myself, I'm not going to order her to be here. If you think it's important that she be here, you can go to the clerk's office and file for a subpoena for her to be here.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I thought you said you're going to continue for 2 weeks, so May 19th is like 5 weeks.
Well, May 19th is.
And I know for a fact it's still condemned. And Ms. Alessandra.
Everything is clean. And Mr. Will from code enforcement comes every Friday. He speaks to me personally every Friday.
Okay, well, code enforcement is out there that often, then we can come back. I wanted to make sure that code enforcement.
No,
I wanted to make sure that code enforcement had enough time to do whatever they want to do.
I want him to come here.
Code enforcement can sometimes run on weird schedules, so that's why I gave a little bit of extra time. But if we think that we can have the information, we'll come back.
No, May 19th is fine. We will May 19th.
Well, we can come on April 28th if code enforcement is out as frequently as they are.
Oh, no, meaning they own Diamond. They ride up and down Diamond all day, every day.
Well, Mr. Hayes, do you think you could have something between now and April 28th?
Yeah, I get a letter every week.
Okay, well, then we'll come back April 28th at 8:30.
Funny you should say that, V, because tomorrow after the live stream, we're going to open up. I mean, it's always open. You all can go in there right now. But, okay, I'm going to try to explain this the best I can. Jude, are you around? Listen, okay? If you want to. You don't have to. I don't want you to feel pressured at all. But after Court Vibes, after this live stream is over tomorrow, we're going to hop into vocal vibrations. So, if you look in Discord, on the left is a bunch of text channels, and then below that are voice channels. And you can, you can go in there and we can talk to each other. For real, we can talk. Josh is going to be the first one there. Now, there's one more piece to this, and you actually can also have your camera on. You don't have to just, that is completely up to you. I will not be putting my camera on, no way. I'm going to talk, but there will be no camera involved. But you can, we used to be in there all the time. And, throughout 24 hours, people would come in and out. So tomorrow after the morning live stream, like right now, 24 hours from right now. But like I said, it's open. You can go in there right now. You can go in there right now and talk to each other. But tomorrow after the stream, I'm definitely going to be in there. Josh is going to be in there. Probably talking about dinner. Right, V? We're going to talk about dinner in chat tomorrow. We're going to. But, yeah, so hopefully if you guys want to talk, we have so many accents in this chat. You don't even know. The last time we were all in there, we have the Southerns, the Northerns, the Australians. We have so many accents. It was awesome. So, yeah, you can also play games with each other. You can play poker with each other. I did, Bread. I did. Absolutely. Oh, yes, you did. You put your voice in general chat once, Mr. Sir. It was there. So, anyway, if anybody wants to hang out after it's in Discord. Does anybody need the link to Discord? If you need the link to Discord, it's on my channel. Just go to the homepage of my channel and my links are all there. But that's 24 hours from now. So, I'm not using my camera. A lot of people will, and that's great. It's awesome. I'm dealing with an issue, and I don't have a doctor. So I'm still dealing with this freaking issue, and it looks horrendous. You don't even know because I have this filter on here, but it's getting much better, but it's still horrendous. Horrendous. Yep, you can play. Somebody will. That's what I call you when no one's looking. I don't call you Bren. I call you Generous. I was talking to Generous. I tell everybody at work, I was talking to Generous today. I tell all my customers. No, Margaret, you don't understand. If you would see me in real life, you would be horrified. It's horrific what's happening right now. But it's temporary. It's getting much better. It really is. It's just taking forever. But anyway, thank you for coming out today. I think we had a great stream. I appreciate it. I will see you all in 24 hours. Well, no, a little Brennerous. That's what I call him. That's what I call him. I'm not going to forget because I'm really excited about eating it, V. I'm really excited to try it. I'm going to do it the right way. I don't know, Bren. You just don't go out of your house ever. You just say, yeah, Margaret, because I have a filter on. I'm telling you, it's like leather. It's like I had an allergic reaction, and now it's like peeling leather. I need a doctor. Wish we had some of those in the United States. That's one of the biggest reasons why I was looking at apartments in Australia, because I thought, man, I need a doctor. I need healthcare. And CJ, I need CJ and healthcare. Love you too. I'll see you all soon. I hope you have a better day today than you did yesterday. And if not, just get into Discord chat and talk. All right? Bye, guys. Thank you.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator. She's leading the way. At Chord Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright. She's got that grace, come join the fun. It's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide.